Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of 60 Formula. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Thursday, it's almost the end of the week. Tomorrow's that TGIF, I just can't flippin' wait. I'm gonna be taking the dogs to a special park this weekend because guess what? If you live in the United States, dude, it's frizzity, freezing, cold. Dude, it is so cold outside. It's finally husky weather, bruh. Oh baby, it's time for those cold walks. Tis the season. Around this time when it gets cold, huskies get energized. They're like alligators that have been sleeping for like 3 or 4 months. Get ready because they're about to explode with all sorts of energy. And chances are they are going to blow that coat, baby. Huskies like to get rid of all that booty fur and start making some new stuff for that really thick coat coming in. So you can already see on Britney Spears' booty, look at all this stuff coming off. You could just go up to it and be like, ooh, pick off a piece of husky fur from the husky tree. I mean, look how far this stuff goes, all the way down to the tail. Look, I could just pick. He's like, dude, stop picking at my booty. And some of you at home might be like, dude, you're tearing out all of his fur. Absolutely not. This is just the stuff that falls out. This is the stuff that just falls out. So anytime you see stuff that's kind of like hanging on the edge, I'm not even pulling. All I'm doing is squeezing my fingers together, and there it goes. Whee! Booty snow! He's like, yeah, I know, dude. I got all sorts of booty dust falling everywhere. I'm sorry. It's okay, boy. It's okay, boy. You good boy. So today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people ask me about and I've never really addressed on the channel. Now, I've done a lot of studying on it. I've done a lot of research, and it's kind of why it's taken me a while to discuss the topic. I wanted to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. I don't want to be doling out any false facts, but I feel confident now that the methods that I have practiced on Britney Spears and Gila will probably work for your pupperoni too. So today we're going to be talking about getting rid of Siberian Husky aggression. Now, Huskies are typically not aggressive dogs, which is why they're not good guard dogs. It's not a good idea to get them to guard your house or your property because chances of them attacking someone is very little. However, whenever Huskies are comfortable, whenever they're doing their thing and they're in their zone, if you interrupt them from being comfortable or you invade on their private space, they do tend to get a little bit attitudey. And what I mean by that is that they will nip at you if you invade their private space. So for example, this is just a stuffed animal that Gila's playing with, but if it were something that was of higher value, like for example a bone or a bully stick, and I went up and I put my hand right here, you see that face she's giving me, which is like, I really don't want you to take this thing away. Right? You see that? Now, when you do this kind of interaction with a husky, they do tend to get agitated and they may bite you. And that is what we call aggression in dogs. Now, does it mean a dog is aggressive? Absolutely not. If someone's poking you in your eye, you're probably going to punch him back in the face. So huskies are just defending, you know, being comfortable or whatever it is that they have in their mouths or in their possession. But either way, we want to protect our children and we want to protect ourselves from them maybe causing an unwanted injury. So it's good to make sure to get rid of some of this behavior, especially if you have little ones around. And today I am going to teach you exactly how to go about getting rid of those nippy behaviors. Now, this isn't something that's going to take 2 seconds to do, so don't expect to watch this video and then immediately apply whatever I teach you today to your husky and expect it to work right away. It's a good buoy. It's a good buoy. But if you practice these steps over time, you're definitely going to see some success with your dog. I pretty promise you. So let's get into today's episode. Without further ado, I bring to you 2 simple steps to teach your husky to stop acting aggressive or possessive. Are you guys ready? I think, look at her, she's like, don't even tempt me, bro. All right, let's do it. Come on, Britney Spears. You ready? Are you ready, Freddie? I know you are, dude. Alright guys, let's move it on out. Let's move into the explanation station. Come on, let's go! There's a whole bunch of reasons why Siberian Huskies may become aggressive at times. It could be because they're protecting their food, protecting something that's very valuable to them, or it could just be because you're touching them in a spot that they're not really comfortable with. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why Huskies might end up acting out. For example, sometimes when I let Gila up on the sofa when she sits next to me, if I touch her butt for some reason when she's up on the sofa, she starts freaking out. Here, I'm going to show it to you right now. So you guys see right there, Gila does not like her butt being touched up on the sofa. It's just a doggo thing. It all depends on your dog's personality. So each and every one of you at home are going to have to gauge, you know, what your dogs like, what they don't like, what kind of behaviors they exhibit whenever you give them bones or have them around other people. You're gonna have to test these things out yourself. Now, I know personally that one of the reasons that Gila acts out a little bit when she's up on the couch is because she's up on my level now. When I bring either of these Huskies up to my level, it gives them a bit of confidence. It makes them think that they're on my level when it comes to authority. Huskies will increase their confidence when they are eye level with you. So alright, you've talked enough, 60, about all the different ways and all the different reasons that Huskies can act aggressively. So what am I supposed to do about it? Tell me, how do I fix this junk? Okay, so we're gonna be focusing on 2 different things here. And each one of these you have to kind of just ease yourself into. You can't just jump straight into them. They have to be processes that you do over a long period of time. And I'm not talking about years or anything. Boop! Yeah, I got you on your nose. Now, one thing that vets tell you to do whenever you have a Siberian Husky puppy, or any puppy for that matter, it doesn't really matter which dog breed you have, you want to touch them all the time when they're growing up. You want to touch them on their neck and on their booty, you want to touch them here in their legs and, you know, in their weird spots that they don't really like you typically touching them in. Under their armpits and, like, you know, wherever. Weird places, their toes and stuff. See, Gila doesn't even like me doing this. Yeah. Oh, I got your toes. Oh, I got your toes. Oh, I got your toes. Now, what vets call this is desensitizing your dog. So what you're doing basically is as you touch them, right, when they're puppies, you're desensitizing them to caring about you touching them. And when they're puppies, trust me, they do care. They will growl and they'll be like, stop touching me there, stop touching me there. And as long as you touch your Husky puppy all over when they're really young and they get used to you touching them everywhere and there being a positive response behind it, they're gonna let you touch them no matter what. And once they grow up, they're gonna be really comfortable with you touching them anywhere, basically. Well, now I'm guessing you're visiting this channel and chances are you probably have a Husky that's not a tiny puppy anymore. So you're like, well, what do I do now? What, is it all too late for me? The answer to that is always no. It is never too late, broski. But we're gonna have to take a couple tactics in order to get the job done whenever the dog is a little bit older. So like we already talked about, we are going to desensitize our Husky. And the other step is going to be reconditioning. So remember those. Those are the only steps that you gotta take to getting your Husky to stop that aggressive nature. The first step is to desensitize, and the second step is to recondition. So the first thing we're gonna do, let's say your Husky has a problem with people touching their feet, right? We're going to find the point where the Husky starts to feel uncomfortable. So if you're touching their feet and it's making them uncomfortable, let's see how close we can get to the feet. So you're gonna inch your hand as close as you can, right? So your Husky's going to get uncomfortable at some point in time, and when they're able to be comfortable with you, you know, getting really close or even touching just a little bit, you're gonna reward them. The more that they tolerate, the more you're gonna reward them with special treats. So get that turkey out, get that high value treat stuff out, because you are really, really gonna need it in these situations. So in the very beginning, take baby steps. If this is as close you can get to your Husky's paw without them feeling uncomfortable, start here and reward for letting them have your hand just that close to theirs. Keep rewarding and making them feel comfortable until you finally touch your dog's paw. Good boy. That's a good boy, yeah. And each time your dog lets you do a little bit more, you are going to reward them. So simply put, that is desensitizing and reconditioning. You're basically just desensitizing them to the feeling of being touched, right? They're getting used to it, and then they're getting rewarded whenever you're doing whatever it is that makes them feel uncomfortable. This way they get used to the thing that makes them uncomfortable, and they start associating it with a good thing. So if your dog feels uncomfortable about something and you approach it very slowly while giving them treats at the same time, they're eventually going to want to trust you and let you continue doing that kind of thing without ever feeling uncomfortable anymore. They're gonna associate it with good things like treats, but you have to make sure you're consistent with it. You can do the same thing with toys. So let's say, you know, your Husky really likes toys and they really don't like it when someone goes up to them to take it away. Well, if you present your dog with a treat and you distract them with it, and then you kind of tug a little bit, give them another treat, tug it away, give them another treat, tug it away, You see what I'm saying? Little itty baby steps like this are going to help your dog become desensitized to the things that make them feel uncomfortable, and by giving them good things, they're gonna start associating that uncomfortability with good stuff.
You want a Joey? Oh, you want a Joey?
Now, like I said, this is not an overnight process. This is not something that Huskies learn to get rid of in a second. You have to understand, this is so different from training Husky tricks. Training a Husky how to sit or roll over, that's all just memorization and practice over time. But when you're trying to get a Husky to go against what is their instinct and their nature, to defend what is theirs, it's really a good idea to practice these 2 steps. Gila, you look like a crazy lady. What are you doing? So anytime my Huskies feel uncomfortable, whenever Gila's not feeling comfortable with me touching her booty, which is something I have to worry about, because what if a kid just wants to pet her on her butt? I don't want her to scare anyone or snap or, you know, just growl or bark if someone touches her butt. I want her to be comfortable with it. So every now and then, I grab a couple pieces of cheese or a couple pieces of turkey, I pet her on her butt a little bit, I ease into it, I'm very slow about it, and then I go ahead and I reward her for being very comfortable whenever I'm doing that. And over time, this teaches her that it's okay, that people can touch that booty. Now remember, there are so many different specific behavior problems when it comes to Huskies. This isn't gonna solve them all. Look at that booty, walking down the street 10 times a week. I met it, I said it, I stole my Husky credit. But hopefully this is an introduction and it will help you out to easing your Husky out of some of those weird quirks that they might have. Sometimes when they're getting all anxious and upset about something, this might be the best way to help them ease out of it over time. If you guys have any questions, if you have any suggestions on what to do whenever it comes to Husky aggression, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. We'd love to know. Britney Spears says he's feeling 100% better. Thank you so much for all the love and support. We really appreciate you. Be sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss another Huskaroni Pizza episode. And we'll see you next time with another episode of Guess What?
Yup.
Whatever we make.
Peace.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo.